The ruthless baboons actually snatched the honey badger's cub. Not only that, they even beat up the mother honey badger when she came to get her cub back. Little did they know, this completely enraged the vengeful honey badger, and those arrogant baboons would soon pay a painful price. The story takes place on the vast savanna. A mother honey badger went out to hunt and soon spotted a little rabbit grazing, so she pounced. The rabbit spotted the honey badger and bolted, but it was still half a step too slow and got pinned to the ground. Rabbit meat is rich in protein and a rare treat. But just as the honey badger happily carried her prey home, she had no idea trouble was unfolding back at her den. A troop of foraging baboons arrived near the honey badger's den, and the huge commotion drew the cub's curiosity. Just like that, the little honey badger walked out of the safe den, unaware danger was closing in. The moment the cub stepped out, a baboon grabbed it and slammed it hard to the ground. The injured cub scrambled up and tried to run, but how could it outrun an adult baboon? It was quickly caught again. The baboons held the honey badger cub, looked it over curiously, then carried it back to their territory. When the mother honey badger got back and saw the messy footprints, she immediately sensed something was wrong. She dropped the rabbit and rushed into the den to look for her cub, only to find it had vanished. Frantic, the honey badger followed the tracks as fast as she could. As luck would have it, she found her cub in the baboon's territory. But by then, the cub had been taken up a tree, making the rescue anything but easy. Alert sentries noticed the danger and immediately gathered a large troop of baboons to block the honey badger's way. Against an outsider, the baboons were incredibly united. They took turns harassing the honey badger non-stop. The honey badger ignored them and swallowed her anger, only wanting to get her cub back. But her retreat only made the baboons push even further. There was no way the baboons would let her take the cub back so easily. They grabbed her, slammed her down, and chased her out. This finally enraged the honey badger. If she couldn't take it anymore, there was no need to hold back. She roared and bit at a baboon. One baboon failed to dodge in time and was pinned down. The honey badger's sharp fangs sank into its skin, making it howl in pain. As everyone knows, honey badgers are fearless in a fight. After seeing what she could do, the baboons no longer dared to move recklessly. Taking that chance, the honey badger tried once again to climb the tree and save her cub. But a strong baboon blocked her way again, using its size advantage to shove her hard to the ground. Encouraged by that, the other baboons rushed in, surrounded her, and tore at her. Outnumbered, the honey badger couldn't defend every side. The baboons lifted her high and slammed her down again. After the scuffle, not only had she failed to save the cub, she was covered in wounds. At that moment, her heart sank. The baboons were too many and she was alone. Saving the cub by brute force alone was nearly impossible. But just as the honey badger had no idea what to do, a bee flying toward her caught her eye. It gave her an idea for dealing with those thug-like baboons. She followed the bee and, with it leading the way, soon traced it back to a hive. It was a hive built out of mud. The honey badger easily tore it open, revealing her favorite treat: honey. Honey is packed with sugar and can quickly restore energy. Even as bees swarmed from the hive, the honey badger's 6mm thick skin made her almost untouchable, so she had nothing to fear. After eating her fill, the honey badger led the sky-darkening swarm of bees and began her revenge plan. Meanwhile, the baboons that had just driven her off hid in the trees, thinking they were safe. Little did they know, she had found terrifying backup. The honey badger led the furious swarm into the baboons' territory. After their hive was destroyed, the bees were absolutely enraged. The honey badger successfully shifted the trouble onto them. The furious bees attacked every animal in sight without hesitation. It was a devastating disaster. A massive cloud of bees swarmed the baboons, stinging them all over. The baboons screamed in pain and scattered. Those that couldn't run collapsed and rolled on the ground, clawing at their faces and bodies to drive off the bees. The whole territory was filled with screams. The arrogant baboons lost all their earlier swagger, howling under the stings and fleeing in panic. After the bees and baboons moved away, the mother honey badger was finally able to bring back her lost cub without any obstruction. The mother honey badger brought her cub back underground, then headed toward the den. But the harsh wilderness is full of danger, and many tests still lie ahead. The little honey badger's growth will not come easy. But under its mother's guidance, it will one day become a honey badger that strikes fear into every enemy on the savannah.